probably for the rest of the year as well. Jimmy Graham, a 6'8", 245-pound post player, has an injury, and they say he'll heal, but probably not until right at the end of the season. So Frank Haith comes in shorthanded, and almost all of those guys post player.
That had to be a goaltend. Brandon Wright with a great block, but that ball was on the way down.
He was out of bounds on that. Clemente was standing out of bounds. The ball hit him off the back, and the official didn't call it out of bounds. So Carolina got a little showtime going.
It was sort of an amazing sequence, wasn't it?
Yeah, this one, you can't say that didn't have a chance to go in. Not from that angle. It looked like it's going to hit the backboard. And you got to give it a chance. And that's what the dance by McClinton. And Frank Haith took his jacket off. He's normally sedate. But I guess at this point in time, this team's trying to battle back, and they're not getting any breaks. And then on the other end, Dennis Clemente out of bounds, and the Carolina player tried to throw it off him, and legitimately did. It should have been out of bounds.
Yeah.
Instead, the ball bounces back on the court. Carolina lays it in, and no call. But going back to this 5 out, it's high risk to a certain extent.
Hansbrough with a block. That could have been a foul. And Frank Haith has just gone absolutely crazy, and he's been hit with another tee. Or someone on the bench has, but Frank just couldn't take that last call.
And you know what? He's frustrated because his team is getting beat like this. Even everything that they've done hasn't seemed to work except for small stretches. But he feels he's getting disrespected now. And, you know, he's going to force the officials to throw him out of the game because he feels he's getting disrespected, particularly in front of his bench. That last play right there looked like it was a foul. You know, at this point in time, what was the harm in calling it?
7:48 to go in the game. We'll see what happens when we come back. It's a 22-point Carolina lead. Back in North Carolina, where the Heels are leading by 22, and Miami head coach Frank Haith has been ejected. Here's a couple of plays that we wanted to show you as Hansbrough bounces the ball off Clemente. Clemente clearly out of bounds, so that ball should have been a dead ball. Instead, Carolina scores on it, gets a three-point play, and then that was after the goaltending no call, and then Hansbrough with what the Miami bench thought was a foul, and Frank Haith goes, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it comes down to the point where his team is trying to battle back. He wants his guys to have at least some feeling as though that they're in this game and they're just odds aren't stacked against them. And when a call like that, the Hansbrough call is a lot closer than it looked at that point. That could have been all ball. But in the end, in front of his bench, coaches sometimes when they feel disrespected, they got to stand up for their team. And the game pretty much is not in doubt. This game is pretty much over.
For sure.
But you want your guys to continue to battle, and the only way you get these kids to play is if everybody is pulling their weight, and that includes the officiating.
Well, that was on the heels of the non-goaltending call, which clearly was, and the play that they didn't stop, which was out of bounds, which clearly was.
Yeah, we were all three in succession, and I'm sure that raised Frank's temperature just a tad.
Yeah.